Seeking sister wife. Dannielle loses her bedroom to Garrick's new love Lorrana. Watch video. Hello friends, Elle and Wordly Wise, welcome to my channel. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press bell icon. Seeking sister wife star Dannielle Merrifield faced heartbreak as Garrick gave her room to his new wife, Lorrana. She moved out forcibly to provide the new couple some space of their own. She has supported her husband in his polygamous relationship decision. He wanted to court it because the Bible suggested to him. Dannielle and Garrick experienced several failed relationships on the series. They dated 3 women to see if they would accept their proposal for a plural family. While Roberta and Natalia initially agreed to the idea, they gradually distanced themselves from it. This gave them tears and tension, but they didn't lose their hope. Again, they were backdating a Brazilian beauty whom they baptized for her past sins to make her ready for the wedding. Seeking sister wife. Dannielle prepares bed for Garrick and Lorrana. In Seeking Sister Wife Season 6, Dannielle Merrifield is seen becoming emotional as she makes the bed in her room for Garrick and Lorrana. They all agreed to a different arrangement that might be common in most polygamist marriages. Garrick's 2 wives would share the only room and his master bed with him, but not at the same time. Dannielle and Lorrana would take turns staying with Garrick. Instead of their husband rotating to sleep at night with his wives in their bedrooms, they asked the wives to adjust. Taking her stuff out of his room was difficult for his first wife. She informed the producers that she had moved her clothes out of the master bedroom. Lean's mom related her packing her things to her going on a trip. She was confused about what the whole process ultimately meant. Seeking sister wife, Lorrana and Garrick exchange love while Dannielle's pain grows. Ahead of brand new Monday's episode of Seeking Sister Wife Season 6 on TLC, an exclusive sneak peek clip showed Dannielle Merrifield's struggles. She seemed unhappy about changing her position in the household. Life became difficult for her when Garrick brought Lorrana as his wife. During the new lovebirds' first night in her room, Dannielle slept alone in the sister wife's room. Garrick and Lorrana were likely to be satisfied with the latest sleeping arrangement because they kissed and exchanged 3 magical love words. In Portuguese, she said, looking at the cameras, that she is enjoying every bit of it, from Garrick's company to sex. As they were on their bed, Dannielle's face went pale, showing her misery. Dannielle confessed that it's her first night alone, which is very crazy. My brain's still processing, she added. She guessed that the sleeping setup might feel a little different to Lorrana since she was solo. For her, spending some nights alone isn't so strange. However, for Dannielle, it's full of adjustment as she isn't used to sleeping alone every night. Garrick, Dannielle, and Lorrana would decide how they would like to spend every couple nights. Sometimes, Lorrana will be alone, and other times it will be Dannielle. Fans commented that Dannielle is already grieving her bedroom loss apart from her husband. She missed talking to him about their days, kids, and house. For all latest Seeking Sister Wife updates, stay tuned to TV season and spoilers. Pawn Stars, Rick Harrison turns down a 100-year-old champagne over guest's mistake. Pawn Stars fans know that Rick Harrison does not buy anything until he is 100% sure about it. At times, he has refused items because he doubted their quality and condition. He doesn't care how old the item is, if it's well maintained and genuine, he'll waste no time bargaining to buy it. If something is too old, someone might not want to buy it. But that is not the case with wines. The older, the better, right? Well, such drinks can be stored for up to 100 years. However, the pawn shop owner didn't really want to buy a bottle of champagne that was nearly 100 years old. This was because he was doubtful about the condition of the alcohol. And it seems that when Rick is uncertain, something is definitely not right. But why did he turn down the deal? Keep reading to learn more. Pawn Stars, Corey Harrison buys an Egyptian mask for $30,000. On one occasion, a guest named Jad brought an Egyptian cartonnage mummy mask onto Pawn Stars. The item instantly tempted Corey to buy it. When he asked about the mask's age, the guest revealed that it was nearly 2,000 years old. Furthermore, Corey asked Jad for the price, and Jad said he wanted to sell the item for $70,000. Later, Harrison called in an expert, Dr. Phineas Cattle, who noted that the mask looked a little unusual. He said, "Here's the deceased riding on the back of a lion. That would only happen with a royal person." Moving forward, the expert confirmed that the mask was real and in good condition. He also said that it was worth $20,000 to $22,000, which was much less than Jad's asking price. Corey offered $20,000, but Jad demanded $30,000 and did not budge. Harrison almost let go of the deal, but ultimately, he bought the mask at the price Jad offered. Pawn Stars, Rick refuses to buy 100-year-old champagne. Everyone knows that wine gets better with age. Who wouldn't want to buy a 100-year-old bottle of champagne? Rick Harrison, apparently. Rick is very particular about the authenticity and condition of the items that guests bring onto Pawn Stars. Once, a guest brought in a bottle of Dom Perignon made in 2021. Back in 2004, long before this episode was filmed, a 1921 Dom Perignon bottle was sold for $8,000. The alcohol in that bottle was fairly drinkable, but with this one, it was not the case. The guest shared that he had kept the champagne in his liquor cabinet for many years. He also mentioned that he had stored the bottle upright and was unsure of the correct way to store champagne. He had no idea about proper storage. Harrison explained that one should store this type of alcohol at a very cold temperature and on its side, so the cork stays moist. I guarantee you, if you open this thing up, you will get sick if you drink it, he added. Rick admitted that he didn't want to purchase the bottle because the champagne inside was ruined. Still, the guest insisted that he could buy it because of the rarity and history of the bottle itself. The logic made sense to Harrison. He later called in an expert, Jeff. As soon as the expert saw the bottle, he was impressed. A 1921 Dom Perignon is a rare sight. But he also had some concerns. He pointed out that the cork had dried up and shrunk. He also mentioned that there was a lot of sediment in the bottle, indicating that the champagne was ruined. The expert added that the bottle was worth $1,000. However, Rick decided to turn down the deal as he realized that selling just the bottle would be a little tricky, since no one would want to buy it alone. Keep coming back to TV season and spoilers for more Pawn Stars updates.